What is up, everybody? I'm NoLucksGiven once again with some Once Upon a Galaxy, and today I think could be my final game with this version of the Candyman. I don't have any insider information. I just know that Once Upon a Galaxy tends to do balance updates at around this time every month, and the Candyman seems way too good to me, so I am expecting a nerf, and I'll talk more about that at the end of the video, I suppose. But I also want to talk about my custom deck for the Candyman. I've played a decent amount on this captain, so I've unlocked a fair share of candy cards, and this loadout makes the most sense to me. Basically, I'm including every candy card that has the word sweeten on it, so that way we can continue to sweeten our candy, and I'm only playing a few payoffs, actually, really just doopity-doo, to give all of my characters plus whatever my candy bonus is every turn. I'm not playing any of just the support ones because I figure the Candyman doesn't really need the support. He's always really strong, and that is why I think he has to get a nerf. I can just pick up a mysterious egg here for no drawback. It's going to be bigger than other people picking up Rose right now. And same thing with Rose. I can pick up Rose and it's bigger than other people picking up Rose right now. So there's really no drawback. I can now pick up a 3/4 Flying Monkey. Flying Monkey was a 3/2 and it got nerfed. And the Candyman just gets to start with a 3/3 Flying Monkey and other busted stuff. So we'll grab the Flying Monkey and then just proceed to easily win our first few combats of the game. We could go Laser Shark. Puck is fine. I don't think that we need it though on this captain, so I will just grab a 2/2 Laser Shark, and then we do find Puck here anyways. I'll pick a Puck. Regardless, I do have a strong opponent this fight, but I do actually walk away with a loss. All right, fair play to Jason. Let's meet a candy card in the tavern potentially. No candy cards just yet. I might not have that many low-level candy cards to find on common and uncommon, but we'll find them eventually. I'll pick up a Karma Chameleon. That is going to hunt the Flying Monkey. Will not be enough to... Oh, wow. It actually is enough to tie this fight. Okay, beautiful. And the Chameleon transformed, so we do grab a treasure here from Little Red. I will probably just go with Genie's Lamp. Maybe we can make some other fun stuff happen with that one. Probably trade... Now let's just trade Jill for the Little Red, rather. And then Gingerbread Witch could be the pickup here, or I could give all of my cards +2/+2. Or I could go for Na'vi. All of these options are totally fine. Let's just throw a Gumdrop on Laser Shark. I think that is totally reasonable, and that will also be very, very likely to heal up that heart that I lost earlier from Jason. We are just ridiculously powerful right now. So now on turn 5, we do have an opportunity to pick up our first candy card, and I probably do want to take advantage of that. We'll pick up Cool Whip and Sugar Plum Fairy, now giving +3/+3 every time I recruit a Fae. Seems quite fantastic. We can just replace the Shoemaker's Elves, that's fine. So now we will be interested in picking up both fairies and candy, and I wonder if just the existence of Sugar Plum Fairy means that I should potentially put some Fae into the Candyman's deck. That's definitely possible. Before picking up more Fae, I could just Gumdrop again to really sweeten the deal here. But I think that this is also pretty good. Oh, wait, yeah, now I have Cool Whip. So now every time I sweeten my candy, I'm sweetening it twice. Oh, yeah, that's good. The question is, do I want to sweeten this Laser Shark, or do I just want to sweeten the Cool Whip so that way I can keep the Cool Whip on the board into the late game? And I think I like that. And then we will take Cherry Topples here, which does not technically sweeten my candy. Wait a minute, Concentrate. Isn't that cracked? Won't this sweeten my candy 8 times? Yeah, it will. I'd rather cast this than a random spell from Cherry Topples. I believe that this will sweeten it twice, which will also happen twice because of Cool Whip. So I believe this should now say plus 15. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, whenever I recruit a Fae, I will be giving my shops plus 15 for the rest of the game. And I really do not feel that I had to work that hard for the position that we have found ourselves in, which is why I think that this is kind of busted. We could take a fairy or we could take Angelica. I guess there's no reason not to just grab a fairy here, right? Yeah, let's go for a fairy and the plus 15. I do like Angelica, but I think when I have the opportunity to just grab fairies, that seems really good to me too. We will keep this here and throw the Tink onto this board. Now my shops have plus 30, which is quite fantastic, and we do actually lose this fight. Okay. Fair enough, but we could pick up Peter Pan. That also pumps this, and with not many other great things in this shop, I suppose that's what we'll go for, huh? Yeah, all right, so Peter Pan's going to get into place there. I don't have my ship nearly in top shape, so no great pickups right here. Probably just means Bronze Goose, unless we want to grab this and then potentially cast a spell to pump up my whole front line. I do want to play whatever we take here. So, yeah, let's take the Bronze Goose. This gives me a kissable target, even though next turn is turn 9 and we could find better things to kiss. It's good to just get that on the board in some capacity. All right, and we heal up our heart again, and we get to immediately either take Cotton Candy Dandy or Twilight Sprinkles. These are both pretty important pieces of the comp, I would think, so that we could cast a spell. Most spells are going to have you sweeten, or just make all of your spells candy. I think I want to grab this one first, but it's tricky because I obviously want both of them. I want all of them. This is a candy spell, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, it is still a fine spell to go for, but I think we will just go for this Ember here now. Give my cards +1, +2. And oh, the main reason to grab this over the rainbow is it will actually trigger the Cool Whip, because whenever I cast any spell, sweeten your candy. So that will double sweeten my candy. And then I'll have a big card to over the rainbow next turn. That looks good to me. Sweeten the candy up to 16. I forgot there was a little candy counter up on the top of the shop. So we are looking good. We are going to tie again as well. And we could grab a candy Jabberwocky. We could also put our ship in top shape, which is a little bit awkward that we did not take the Ship Shape Inspector instead of the Bronze Goose. I am going to wind up regretting that. I do kind of have some interest in playing a legendary card that I'm willing to kiss, but I don't think my ideal comp actually contains a Jabberwocky. But you know what? Jabberwocky is also a Fae, so let's grab it. And it's still pumping up my shop there regardless. I do think 3 Wrappers Full could potentially be a nice inclusion. Star Shield, not great. Sweet Ticking Time Top, I don't know if that works. I don't know which treasures work when they become candy and which ones don't. So I will just take the Sweet Star Shield because I know that one works. Maybe I also could have taken Robin Hood's bow, but this looks fine to me. Ninja's going to take out, never mind, it's going to get taken out by us as we also take out that entire player. Jasmine Dragon, not terrible, but we're just going to field a Titania here. Then we do have Knight of the Holy Cane just for a free treasure. Conan is also very close to completing a free treasure for us, and I think we might be close to tossing the Sugar Plum Fairies. I also like 3 Wrappers Full, but let's just pick up Knight of the Holy Cane while we seize him, and then Boots of Magic Finding. We could potentially find a World Tree, make everything into a candy. I don't think that we need that at all, but could definitely be fun. Give your front row slots plus 21, plus 21, and then I'm going to sweeten my candy once from this, and then 2 more times because we double it at the end with our Cool Whip. So that's going to go up to 24 candy for a plus 23 on everything. It should be plus 25. Oh, okay. I just clicked on it too quickly. There we go. Plus 25 on the Candyman and the Cotton Candy Dandy, holding it down here pretty nicely. We will walk away with a win. Moving into turn 12. A Silver Moon on Cool Whip actually seems like the most useful spell there, and then a Cinnamon Roll, also a pretty useful spell. Now we could go Long John Silver. We could grab a candy. This doesn't seem super useful other than building towards some secret rare treasures. It builds towards a bunch of secret rare treasures because the Boots of Magic Finding, it's not going to be relevant because we are just going to win this game. I will actually see, this has been a pretty quick video. I will see if I can find the Candyman again and tack that on to the end of this, just because I think I want to flesh this out a little bit more and play one more time before the Candyman goes away, because I do think that he is going away soon. One idea that I have for the Candyman, and I'm curious to see how they will change this card, but I would be very curious to see a starting bonus of like -1 on the Candyman, because right now the Candyman has like ridiculous endgame prospects because it allows you to it encourages you to play all of these like cool scaling things that interact with each other in a nice way, and it also just gives you early game tempo for absolutely no reason. I think it should come with a little bit of a drawback like King Midas. At the very least, it should give your starting characters a +0/+0 bonus, but I think it could be cool to just give your characters -1/-1 or even -1/+0 for the very first turns, and then you just don't get to like pick up free stuff and take it even further in the end game. This is the next day, and we do have another Candyman game here, and I'm not sure how much I talked about my custom deck in the first part of this video. I don't know for sure that this is correct, but basically I just chose every single card that has the possibility of sweetening your candy. We can take a look at the cards that I'm not playing. I'm not playing Lollipop Fairy because I think that Candyman already has like such a good early game, but if they do nerf the hero, I could see putting this back in. Lancelittle is good and like could easily be activated on this captain, but I just don't think that it needs it because there's other crazy things that you want to do in the end game, and I think Gingerbread Witch might just be better, but Gingerbread Witch is definitely the weakest card in this deck for sure. Lemonhead is an option. The Huntsman might be interesting. I don't know what this does, and it's not a candy card, and you can't currently like look at cards in the deck view, but I'm not playing Candy Apple Tree. There were some other things I'm not playing yet. Not playing Jaws, that also creates a candy treasure. I don't know what this does. Yeah, this seems fine. Caramel's good. I like all of these cards are good. Pixies and Viscount Chocolat are two of the better cards that we're not playing here. Oh, and Licorice. Licorice is also a pretty good card because it has super sweet and pumps up your whole team, similar to Doobity Doo. But Doobity Doo's just like always doing it. I don't know. That's the biggest question mark here, is Licorice or Doobity Doo. But I'm fine just rocking with this, to be honest. And we will start off with a Dragonling Jack-in-the-Box. So I think the starting deck for Candyman has Barrel of Monkeys, which is also just like a crazy first unlock to have always. And I do think that like just going for a summons route is also a pretty reasonable strategy for the Candyman, but I don't think you need to, and I think that, like I said, the captain can just do so many things bigger and better than that I'm kind of not super concerned. We'll pick up these. Maybe Jealous Stepsisters can complete a treasure. It will be able to complete a treasure for basically no work. I mean, we silvered it, but we did not do anything on top of that. Breadcrumbs is fine to help us find our cool cards that we care about, that have the word candy on them. We'll take Jill. That's also good with Jack. And then we do find our first candy card, the pretty Patissier. And I know someone explained what the word Patissier means or how to say it in the comments for me previously, but I do forget, unfortunately. This is, oh no, that's the wrong one. Sure, I don't think it matters. We'll take this. We'll continue to get lost in the woods. We find our second Patissier, which does give you a candy treasure when you triple her as well. So she does have 2 opportunities to grab some candy treasures, which is cool. We'll just cycle through Ember. Sure, why not? Mysterious Egg on turn 4 is not terrible, especially on this captain where you're not really punished for the tempo downgrade of picking up the Mysterious Egg. We're still reasonably powerful, and we still wind up tying this fight. So pretty good stuff. Katamari is a candy. We have not yet pumped up our candy though, but we are about to change that right about now. Could have also taken the Karma Chameleon, but we will simply go for the Cherry Topples, and here we could start to really sweeten our candy. I mean, this is just so insane on the Candyman because it pumps itself, and this will also give us our first candy treasure, Sweet Genie's Lamp or Sweet Merlin's Pointy Hat. So I do really like this, and I do really like this both. However, this is a scaling treasure, and when you can make a candy treasure a scaling treasure, it gets really, really good because we'll be improving not only this, but this as well. So that is definitely a good one to have on candy. And you can see that now this treasure is saying +3/+3 every time we recruit a mage. So that can get really out of hand, and we're going to make it even more so with Cool Whip. I guess we could backline Cool Whip. Yeah, that's totally fine. And Frosting Dragon, probably time to toss Jack in the Box. I want the egg just because you never know, it could be something fun, and I want all like these are all cards potentially in my end game comp. They're just so good. This has Hunt, give my whole team +2/+2 because of the Cool Whip, and eventually it's even better than that. So yeah, all of this just gets really, really ridiculous, and like at some point maybe we'll pick up some mages, but I don't know if I honestly even care. We're gonna use Oberon to support the Candy Crook. Little Red, that time is up. I guess we'll take Knight of the Holy Cane and then try to sweeten our candy a little bit more. This is fine. It's a double sweet on the candy, and we do need to cast like 2 more spells or just 1 more hunt and 1 more spell, and Knight of the Holy Cane is close to completion. And this game honestly feels like it's close to completion, which is why Doopity-Doo might be a little bit better than the Licorice. Though, if this was Licorice, I'm sure it would have been fine, right? This is giving my team +9/+9 each turn. We could toss the Frosting Dragon, I suppose. Nothing else is really tossable here. Okay, now this is an important interaction to know. When you pick up Pretty Patissier, you have to field her. You cannot cycle her when you make her gold because she needs to be on the board for her ability to trigger of when you find a treasure, it becomes candy, when she finds a treasure specifically. And when you get your first treasure each turn, get a bonus candy spell. All right, let's cut Dippity-Doo for a moment here, and we can take a sweet tiger's paw, which is pretty good with the candy cane that we are already rocking. That's going to make it really, really scale out of hand. I do like the warp drive engine too, but we're just going to go for the sweet tiger's paw. By the way, the one reason I was considering the locked chest is because it seemed like this was potentially the next treasure that we would find, but no matter. We're going to dip something in chocolate and get a treasure from Knight of the Holy Cane here. When you get your first treasure, get a bonus candy spell. So that's what this was from. Your farewell abilities are also hunt. When you buff a slot, give it +8/+8. That'll work with this. Except we could just pump up this more because it's a pirate. It's only a -2 on the full thing. So let's just go for this. It's more just generically good. And I'm actually going to put Cool Whip in front of Oberon because Cool Whip is the card that I'm planning on keeping around the longest here. We will also win this fight, as if that was ever in doubt. And now we have an opportunity to pick up a candy card. Maybe we could find a candy legendary like the Kraken, which is also pretty good with reinforced hull. So I like that. We can toss the pretty Patissier at this point, and we could pick up a gummy worm. When you find treasures, they become candy. Looks good. Yep. Looks good to me. The Kraken's going to get in there, give all my slots +9/+9. Unfortunately, this got attacked into. And also, unfortunately, this game might not be too much longer. We are just kind of crushing it here. We could give all of my candy cards +26/+26 and sweeten my candy twice. Yeah, wait, this is just a fairy, right? Yep, okay. So no way to double dip our chocolate. We'll just take this and then look for some cherry topples. Sure, we'll throw it here. I want to pump up both of these, but it's fine to just pump up the Kraken while it is candy. I'll cycle through Tin Man in case I manage to lose some fights later on in the game, but I don't think that that is going to happen. Yeah, I mean, these are all of my games with Candyman. They're just so short because it is such a powerful captain, which is why I do think they will be changing it soon. But for today, I'm imagining this is the final fight here. That is going to be it for me. Let's see. Oh no, we only had one card remaining, so we did not kill that opponent. Ooh, cool. All right, we get to play a little bit longer then. Let's just cycle through this. I mean, it's fine to take. Yeah, you know what? We'll find another treasure this turn, I do think. Doopity-doo also joins the board. I suppose that's better than the Knight of the Holy Cane. Why not? And then dip in chocolate. And we could go for a sweet Titania or a sweet Captain Hook. I do think a sweet Titania might be no, it's not slightly better than a Doopity-doo. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that then. I mean, the one benefit of this is we could True Love's Kiss it, but we could already do that on the Kraken. So I'm just going to pump up this slot +50/+50, and then we will see what happens. In this fight, this opponent's actually quite large, and they stroke me. Okay, so this opponent is going to give me a little bit of a run for my money. Not like anything too crazy, but they at least tie me, actually. Wow. Okay, was not expecting the tie. That means it is now turn 12, and our secret map gives us big brass cannonballs, and we also get to grab 2 candy spells from Cherry Topples. We also have, we still have the Dippin' Chocolate floating, so we could go for a Candy, Greenbeard, or Tink. I'm just going to grab Cherry Topples here, and I'm actually going to replace Doopity-doo. The reason for that is if we find the Fairy Ring or the Mushroom Ring, we're just going to want access to Cherry Topples here. Do we find it? After Oh Fudge, we'll take a look. No, we find Sweeter Luckier Chest, Sweet Dragon Dice, and Sweet Alchemistry Set. Let's go for Luckier Chest. We might find a high-level treasure soon. Goldilocks not really doing anything for me. I will just go all for one, which is really big right now. Oh, because of my sweet Merlin's pointy hat. I totally forgot about this. I have not grabbed a single mage this game. but I've got enough candy bonuses that, yeah, all of my spells are getting a nice thing. You know what? I didn't think about the fact that this is pretty good regardless, because we are going to cast a bunch of spells as the Candyman. So did work out, even though I totally forgot about it, to be totally honest. And maybe with Cherry Topples, we could find ourselves with another tie. Doesn't look like it, though. Yeah, we are just going to win and finish the lobby there. And wow, okay. Makes sense. I play Candyman every single time I see him. So yeah, we unlocked every candy card on Candyman. Part of that is because of the new victory loot, and every time I play Candyman, I'm getting first place, right? But that unlocked Oracle of Fortunes, which was my final, and I'm not sure if my final opponent had Oracle of Fortunes. I think that this was just the last candy card I needed to unlock. So we could actually take a look at the deck list again. I think that the deck list I am rocking for the Candyman is the best possible Candyman deck. But that is going to be it for me for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm NoLucksGiven. Peace.